Jackson and the Ravens head to Buffalo to take on Josh Allen and the Bills in the marquee matchup of the weekend. It's a return to the scene of the crime where the Ravens got eliminated from last year's playoffs. But Baltimore is hoping to leave that loss in the rearview mirror with a statement win over the rivals. RC, what will it say about the Ravens if they lose this game?
It won't say as much about the Ravens as it does about me, because I think the Ravens are, beyond a shadow of a doubt, the best team in the NFL. I think they have the best players. I believe they have the best roster. I believe they have a quarterback who is doing things that we have never seen. And then when the playoff comes, he changes. But what we know about Lamar Jackson in the regular season is he's shown time and time and time again that he's one of the greatest to ever do it. So what do? They understand they had a deficiency at the cornerback position. They go out and fix that. They go out and add a player. They said, okay, we already good at the safety position with Kyle Hamilton, who we've extended for $100 million, but we're going to draft Malachi Starks, who is the best safety in football out of Georgia. This team addressed everything. And they said, you know what? We love what Rashad Bateman has done. We know who Zay Flowers is, but let's go add that veteran in DeAndre Hopkins who can help that room be just a little bit better, a little bit smarter, a little bit more experienced. I love everything about the Baltimore Ravens. And I feel like
even the coaching,
John Harbaugh is an absolute stud. This team is not only prepared season in and season out, but they have a culture of winning, a culture of physicality, a culture of accountability. I expect this team to be the #1 seed in the AFC, and I'm picking them not to only win this game, but pretty much be the favorite throughout the season.
Yeah, I picked them to win this game. I picked them to win the Super Bowl. If they lose this game, though, it tells me that they can't beat Kansas City and Buffalo. If they lose
game 1 of the season,
if they lose on Sunday night, since 2022, that would make them 1-5 against Kansas City and Buffalo. 1-5 against Kansas City and Buffalo. It would mean that in those other 5 games, so they're 1-4 up until Sunday night, they've -6 in turnover differential. And they lost those games by 19 total points. I agree. I think everyone sees that this team it's like this is the year. But if they lose to Buffalo again, it's like, man, why can't you get past them? Why can't you beat Buffalo and Kansas City the way that you basically beat everybody else?
Dan, what do you think about a year like last year where they really dominate Buffalo in the regular season game, right? It was offensively, and then even you outgained them in the playoffs, but lose. Do you feel like this is almost just to give you the thought that they could beat one of these elite teams, they have to win it?
Yeah, I think there's a little bit of that. I mean, I got too much respect for Lamar and those competitors to think that in their mind they like, oh, we can't get past them. The playoff game was the aberration because you're like, okay, there's the 3 turnovers. One of their all-time great players drops a 2-point conversion, no Zay Flowers. And I'm not sitting here telling her, like, can't beat them. I'm just saying this would be 1-5 against those 2 teams in the last 3 years. For a coach who's won the Super Bowl, for a quarterback who's a 2-time MVP, for a roster who's got 5 first-round picks in their secondary loaded, you can't beat those 2 teams out 1 time in 6 games? That's something.
I look at it slightly differently. If they lost, we'd assume Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes, rightfully so, has their number, and there would be even less pressure. I don't view it that way.
On less pressure
on Lamar Jackson. You understand what I'm saying? I think the more pressure is on them when you're going to say about them what I'm about to say about them. I've got Lamar Jackson winning league MVP, his 3rd. I've got the Baltimore Ravens winning the Super Bowl championship. I think they're the best team in football. And I'm thinking about how 7,224 yards of total offense last year, the 3rd most in NFL history in a season. 3rd most in a season in NFL history. Todd Monken, his 2nd year on the job as your offensive coordinator, entering his 3rd. You've got pretty much all your starters returning. Now, they were pretty much injury-free last year. Can't rely on that kind of luck this go round. So maybe they may face some different level of adversity this year than they faced last year, but I'm just in the mindset right now, just looking at them. 12 players who logged at least 400 offensive snaps for the Baltimore Ravens in 2024, 11 are returning. 11. I'm just looking at them, and I'm saying everybody's there. Continuity, chemistry, cohesiveness. They got it.
That's why I say
greatness.
I don't think there's a team or organization under more pressure than the Baltimore Ravens.
Who's under, in your guys' opinion, who's under more pressure? Is it Harbaugh or is it Lamar Jackson?
I think it's the players. I think it's Lamar Jackson. The players have not been themselves in the postseason what they are in the regular season. That's fair to say, as much as we got love and admiration for them. That's why I think that there's no organization or team under more pressure. We can rattle off everything that this organization has. This is as good a situation when it comes to going to win a Super Bowl that this organization maybe ever has had. You got to go get it done. And that's why you sit there and like, to your point, though, Stephen, I think that the crazy part of this is a lot of people expect that Lamar's going to certainly be in the conversation to win MVP and for them to win the Super Bowl. If that happens, he gets into a very small group. Like, he gets into a group that gets all-time great.
But the thing is,
that's the pressure.
But I wonder what the conversation is within this locker room. You could see that Lamar, his level of competitiveness says, yeah, like that's on me, right? Like I want to go win it. I remember losing to Buffalo. It's only fueled my fire. And then you hear John Harbaugh saying, anybody who is saying it's championship or bust for us doesn't understand. But I feel like we do. I feel like when you have a quarterback like Lamar Jackson, the expectation is that you'll be good enough to win a championship. When you build around a quarterback like Lamar Jackson, the expectation that a championship is the goal, a championship is the destination, that expectation only rises. And so for me, that's what they should be preaching every single day. Not that we have to look at the end of the journey, but we have to know that every week is a step toward one goal and one goal only, and that's building to hoisting that trophy.
Yeah, like that's why the game Sunday night is so interesting, even though it's week one. You know, I make the point of, well, if Baltimore loses, they're 1-5 against those teams. So you're sitting there and there's that doubt, like you can't beat them. But then it's also Buffalo. While everyone's rightfully saying, like, hey, you got to go win it too, I don't think Buffalo's roster matches up top to bottom to Baltimore's. So if they win, it's like maybe they're a little bit better than even some people's expectations.
Well, these two teams tied for the shortest odds to win the Super Bowl. Lamar, shortest odds to win the MVP. We'll leave it there, guys. When we come back, Micah's first game as a Packer will be against division foe Detroit. It's just what Vegas thinks. Will the winner of this game ultimately win the NFC North? I can't wait to see Green Bay. Which New York game is more intriguing on Sunday? Aaron Rodgers against his former team, the Jets, or a first look at Russell Wilson leading Big Blue? Come on back.
This might be our toughest debate ever. Whoever built this app is a bad man. But let's start with all the football. Do you know how many games I can watch on a college football Saturday? Don't even get me started with the Monday Night Football with Joe and Troy, plus the Manning brothers watching while tracking my fantasy team. You can't beat that.
Stephen A., you know I love my sports, but for me, it's StreamCenter. On my couch with my 40-piece wings, all drums, no flats, with my phone in my hand, and bam! Live games instantly on my TV. My phone is my remote now.
Fans live for that.
This might be the only take we agree on. The ESPN app is phenomenal.
Download it now and get on the street.
What the hell is going on here? What do y'all think y'all doing?
Keep your seat warm.
Keep the seat warm. Is that what you're doing?
Keep it a cool boo.
It sounds to me like y'all trying to change stuff up. You ain't changing stuff up here. You understand that? Especially when it comes to me. Do you understand? Do you understand?
I understand, but I just want you to know this is going to be our last take.
That's it. A last take.
Last take.
That's it.
It ends now. Get out of here.
We carrying on.